All right, good afternoon. I'm going to play a little preseason Patriot Football League. I have got the off-season done for all 16 teams. However, the rosters are not finalized as I'm leaving time for any actual owners who want to spend money or make changes. And then I'll go through every one of these teams based on the amount of money they have, and I'll make the best possible decision for them finalizing the rosters before I transcribe them onto these worksheets to play out the whole season, right? So I've got these roster worksheets that I will write all the key players in, plus their ratings, and this is what I'll use to play out the season. These are my I just use notebook paper to work out the data. But I'll finish this based on how much money they all have to spend for re-rolls. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's play a preseason game. This won't count. We'll play El Paso against, let's say, LA. LA improved in the first off-season roll. LA improved and El Paso improved. So both of them managed with what are called free off-season free re-rolls. They both improved one. So that was fortuitous. They both have a little offense now. They did not have these offensive ratings on the first roll, on the free re-roll. So for those who don't know, in my off-season charts, every team must roll the chart and take what you get. But if you have money, you can buy a re-roll, or if you're a losing team, you get a free re-roll. And both of them on free re-rolls got 101. So this will be a good preseason matchup as they're both rated about the same. By the way, I've got some score sheets. These score sheets were originally developed by Rick for my original football time game, early football time version. Rick, I think it was Rick that sent these to me. These are pretty cool. So I found them. I hadn't used them, so I'm going to go ahead and for this preseason game, I'm going to use this for possessions. Okay. All right, so a visiting team will be El Paso, and the starting team will be the Lobos, LA Lobos. All right, favorite team would be home, so I'll put a check mark in that as they would be the favorite team, which means if we were playing FFL, that would be a home field advantage of +2. Quarters we don't score yet. Okay, so first let's roll and see. El Paso with the coin toss. If I roll odd, they get to choose to kick or receive or defer. Odd, they are going to take the ball. They're going to try to be the first team to score. I will use this for all details. My random number on my Play Action Express cards coincide with the players on the team and their ability to score or intercept passes or cause sacks. So my player finders are on my cards using the 1d12, a random number for Play Action Express. So I will use this for random numbers when their names come up in the. But we're playing drive by drive. We're not playing we're not paying PAF. We're not paying PEF Express. We're playing drive by drive for preseason. This will be great fun. And then again, as I work out the final rosters, depending on what I hear from players. All right, so El Paso is going to take the ball, which means the Lobos are going to be kicking off, right? And so it's going to be El Paso. And we're doing 4 possessions, or it'll be 4 possessions per quarter, but there can be possessions added based on results or taken away. All right, so the kick return for Crawford. So Caballeros, narratively, how do we explain they gained one? They drafted a rookie fullback who impacted the team, pushing Crawford down to a return man. So Crawford, who was their starter, was replaced by a rookie who improved their rating, and Crawford becomes a return man. So if I roll a 2, Crawford takes us back to the house. No. All right, so the Lobos take the field. Quarterback Tad Randall, T-H-A-D, Tad Randall takes the field. He's got Enrique Rodriguez and Mark Jones in the backfield. This is a balanced team, however, though. And oh, but by the way, they are +1-0, so they're going to be a +1 team for this. Actually, I'll write that in here. And the Lobos, actually, they're going to be 0 because they're on the road, and it'll be +1. There's my pluses. So 0. So El Paso gets no modifier. The Lobos will get a +1. Ooh, 11. No modifier, 11. It's going to be a 9-play drive. Gets to the edge of field goal range. Long field goal or punt. And this is advanced, by the way. Do we want to punt or kick a long field goal? Oh, man, we have no defense. We're going to go, listen, we put together a long drive. I'm going to say that Randall Weber kicks this field goal. 1-4, Cole Ham will nail a long field goal. No, he's going to miss bad. And by the way, is it blocked? It is too. No, it's not blocked, but he misses a long field goal. 9-play drive. The field goal is... I still don't see on these charts where the yardages are at. Yeah, I'm not seeing... Oh, right there, 42-yard field goal attempt. This is just a long field goal or punt. Gotcha. Okay, so you're going to miss. So long field goal, no good for Ham. Wow. All right, so L.A. takes possession. They've got a +1 added to this. So their quarterback, John Prothero, had a rough year last year. The Lobos were not very good. They got a great back in Haley. Here it is, 16 +1, 17. They're going to score, folks. Red zone read run breaks loose. Touchdown of, there it is, 30 plus 310. Touchdown of 31 yards for the quarterback on a read option. So I don't have to flip the card. We know it's, actually I could and see who it is. Who scores on this run? 12. It's going to be Haley, so it's a Prothero RPO. Hands it off to Haley. 31-yard run TD, extra point is good. Nice, PAT. And that's going to give the hometown team 7-0. So 0-0, 7-0. Here we go. El Paso falls behind in preseason. Kick return for El Paso. Crawford, nothing. El Paso goes to work with a no modifier. Ooh, big play. 16, 12 play clock eating drive. It's going to be a run. A run for who? 12. They're 12 as well. What the hell? Their new rookie, Jones, punches it in from D10 plus 10 yards out. 17-yard run for Jones, the rookie. So El Paso finds out why their grade went up. It's a 17-yard run. PAT is... Ooh, it's good, baby. Look at this. So El Paso draws even. It's 7-7, folks. And for those who don't know, that's so. This is supposed to play plays and yards, and I had a version of my game that produced yards per drive, but I'm just writing the scores in here. So again, hometown team was up 7-0. Now it's been tied, and we got 1, 2, 3. We got one final drive. However, that was a long clock-eating drive, so I think that ate up the remainder of the first quarter. Yep. So we lose. So that means that quarter is over, folks. So we're going to be going into the second quarter. LA will get the ball on a kickoff. So first quarter is 7-7. And this is the advanced version of the game, right? 16. LA with a +1, 17. They're going to do it again, folks. Another zone read breaks loose. So it's not an RPO. It's just a zone run of 1. That's going to be the quarterback. So Prothero keeps it on this RPO. That's so funny. So it'll be RPO, Prothero. And again, he runs for, oh my Lord, another long run, 38-yard run. So they've had 2 runs over 38-yard run. The extra point, wow, El Paso, neither one of these teams have defense. The PAT's good. And folks, that makes it 14-7. LA, El Paso goes to work. No modifier. They just get what they get. 16, guess what? 12-play drive, 10 yards. 17-yard run again. This one for 3. Guess who? It's going to be Rodriguez. Rodriguez on a 17-yard run. PAT. Folks, these two teams are running down each other's throat. PAT. It is now 14-14. That eats a drive. So we're going to be looking at LA. We do not have another drive coming. So LA gets, I think it's skip opponent's next drive. Oh, so it would be LA. No drive. That means El Paso gets their last drive of the play. So El Paso gets the last drive. 14. A quarterback hurried on 3rd and long. Roll 1d10 for the play result. So scrambling. Prothero, Randall's for El Paso's scrambling for his life. And 5, what was it, a 14? 5 is quarterback sacked. Team settles for a short field goal, a 25, 32-yard field goal. So that's going to be Ham. 32-yard field goal. Folks, that's going to make it 17-14 at the half. As El Paso scores 10, Lobos score 7. It is 17-14 at halftime as they lost their next drive because of a great long sustained drive by Rodriguez, or I should say by Randall and company. All right, second half. So first half totals 17-14 at halftime. And coming out of the tunnel, the Lobos get the ball to start. Let's roll for the kick return. This is Nate King with a chance to return it. He does not. And Los Angeles with a +1 goes to work. 9. 9 is going to be 1st and 10 on the defense's 42. Pass, deep, or short. We're going to go short pass. They are a pass-heavy team. Let's go short pass. 3. It's going to be complete. 7-yard drive ends with a field goal of 30 plus D10. So they're going to tie it. 37-yard field goal. This is brilliant by Spikes. So completed pass, 37-yard field goal. Folks, that makes it 17-17. El Paso takes the ball. Can they return this kick? This is, by the way, PFL 2048 preseason game. It is 10-21-25. No kickoff return for a touchdown. All right, El Paso, no modifier. 16. It's going to be a brilliant 12-play drive. They're going to eat up LA's next drive. So LA loses their next drive. That is genius. So they're just pounding the rock. It's going to be a touchdown for... It's a touchdown for 11. That is Jones. So Jones is going to punch it in here for El Paso. Oops, wrong place. El Paso will get the next drive. So Jones, 15-yard run, PAT. 8 is good. PAT, it's 24. El Paso, 24-17. LA loses their next drive. El Paso gets the last drive of the quarter. And no modifier. 10 is going to be blitz on 3rd and short. 4 is going to be defense stop. Drive results in a punt. So they're going to have to punt. And so that's going to be boop, boop, and boop, boop. All right, so folks, we get another 7 from El Paso. So LA kicked a field goal, but 7 from El Paso is 24-17 in the fourth quarter. All right, so LA starting the fourth quarter, they get a kick. No, it was a punt, so no kick. They start driving 16 plus 1, 17. They're going to do it again, folks. Run for 30 plus yards for who? Los Angeles. 9 is going to make this run. Hawley again. Hawley with a 36-yard run. P8. So they've had to run a 38, 31, and 36. LA just killing them. That's 90-something. That's 100 yards rushing in 3 carries. PAT's good. But, folks, more importantly, it's 24-24. El Paso has to make every drive count here in preseason. Kickoff. Oh, I thought that was a 1. They do not return it for a touchdown. And they go to work, and it's going to be 6. Not good. 6 isn't good. 2nd and 4 near midfield. Choose run or flea flicker. We're going to flea flicker. And 10 on the flea flicker is picked off. No! Intercepted. That is Randall on a flea flicker. Intercepted on a flea flicker. And now I could check to see who picks it off over here. 8 picks it off. That's going to be Lucas King. Right? So King with the interception. LA with the ball now. And LA with a +1. So they're going to get +2 added to this. It's going to be 3 plus 2 is 5. That's not going to be good. Quick 3 and out punt. Opponent gets an extra drive. So punt. And El Paso is going to get an extra drive. And I'm going to write it in here. El Paso. We know that. LA forced a punt. And it's so bad that El Paso, so short. So incomplete punt. They're going to get an extra drive. El Paso. 13. Red zone trip ends with a chip shot field goal. There it is, folks. That's going to give El Paso the lead. Chip shot for Ham of 29 yards. Ham, 29-yard field goal. That makes it 27-24. El Paso gets another drive. Of course, LA still gets their, well, LA's had 2. So this is it. This is El Paso's last drive. Again, it's abstract, so you don't necessarily do it in order. 5 plus nothing for El Paso. 3 and out punt. They get an extra drive. So punt and LA gets an extra drive. Because of that shallow punt, they get their drive, a bonus drive. The game isn't over yet. LA could tie it or win it here in preseason. It's going to be 14-15, 15. I think they're going to win it. Up-tempo touchdown, seam route. So it's a seam route seam route to Haley out of the backfield. So they send him on a Texas route. He goes right down the seam for, where's the seam route? Right down the seam. I rolled a 15 for 27 yards. So it's going to be pro throw. 27-yard pass to Haley. The running back had a brilliant day. The extra point, that's going to win it for him, is good. PAT. 27 for El Paso, 31 for the LA Rams. Fourth quarter, we end up with LA getting 10 points. No, LA got a touchdown. And so 14 points for LA. And El Paso got picked off, and then a field goal for 3. And that's 27 points for El Paso, 14, 28, 30, 31, 30, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yep, 31. So preseason, again, these rosters are not locked in yet. But in a preseason game using drive-by-drive advanced, this is the drive-by-drive, advanced drive-by-drive. 31-27, what a game. Pro Throw had handed off to Haley for a 31-yard touchdown. Pro Throw had a 38 run on his own, kept the ball and ran for it using the using their play finders. And then later we had Haley with a 36-yard run, and then he caught a 27-yard pass. So Haley in preseason had 1, 2, 3 touchdowns, two rushing and 1 receiving. He is in preseason the Saquon Barkley of the PFL. Thanks for watching. This has been Drive by Drive Advanced in the PFL preseason. Bye-bye.